Hey guys, this is Ambi from UnderdogChance.com and welcome back to my MLB betting mall predictions and today's analysis. I already reached 40 units this season, but I'm sharing my analysis with you and I hope that my numbers can help you to make smarter bets. Today we had some problems with scraping the data from the internet, but this has nothing to do with the betting model. Uh, because this is more a technical issue from the side where we scrape the data and connection with Google spreadsheets. This is something that can happen maybe three, four, five times during the season, but we have 2,430 games in a regular season and even more in playoffs. But as I said, this is something that can happen. I don't know, a couple of days. But this is something normal. Each season, this is going to happen. But then I simply refresh the spreadsheet. The second step, I simply go to the cells below in the tabs and find where we have import HTML functions, and I simply refresh them. I simply delete and then click undo, so I refresh it, and then the stats are loading again. So sometimes when the scraping has some issue, sometimes I need to refresh it a couple of times, but usually it works. I think only one day was this season where I couldn't refresh and I couldn't do it, but only because I didn't have time later. But some of our members, they also said that they later refreshed the stats. And but as I said, this is something, it can happen two, three times, maybe four times during the season. Those are more technical issues, and it has nothing to do with my betting model, with my spreadsheet, with my formulas. It has much more with the side where we take the data and with Google spreadsheet. So this is more technical issue. If it doesn't work, you can always check them and contact them, their support, and maybe they can help you. But as I said, this has nothing to do with our spreadsheet. After all, we can always copy paste the stats, because the most important thing is that we get the data from the internet. The formulas we already have. This is something I have created for myself and for you if you have my betting models. So we need data, we need formulas, and then we can calculate probabilities. This is something that most bettors don't do. Most bettors are simply not using any probabilistic methods, any betting models, and this is something we do. So if you get familiar with spreadsheets, this is great because you can tweak this and always use the numbers. Okay. Anyway, let's go to today's projections. And the first game, San Francisco Giants against Philadelphia, I would stay away from this game because league average pitcher here. Colorado, Tampa Bay Rays. Based on my projections, Tampa Bay Rays should be a little bit bigger favorite, and despite we have smaller odds, 1.40 or minus 250, I think there is some value with Tampa Bay Rays, and also in first five innings, although I think that a little bit bigger value with full game money line. Chicago Cubs, Detroit, as you see, my numbers and bookmakers numbers are the same. I give Chicago Cubs 51.67% of chance to win this game. So my numbers and their numbers are basically the same. St. Louis, Pittsburgh, not enough value. Based on my projection, St. Louis should be a little bit smaller underdog, but still too close. Washington Yankees, Gray against Carlos Rodon, 59.20% to Yankees. Maybe Washington is a little bit underrated, but still not good enough. Toronto, Baltimore, I have Baltimore as a small underdog. Bookmakers have them as a small favorite. So this is not qualified. Dodgers, Cleveland. I have Dodgers at minus 153, bookmakers minus 204. I have Cleveland at plus 153, bookmakers plus 185. So maybe Dodgers are a little bit overrated. So I would not take Dodgers. I would also not take Cleveland, but this information suggests that there is no value with Dodgers if you want to play them. Okay, Mets, Atlanta, and of course also with Cleveland. But most important information is that Dodgers is not qualified bet. They are overrated in this game. Maybe small value with Cleveland, but still not good enough. But as I said, most important thing is that you stay away from the Dodgers. Okay, that doesn't mean that they will not win, right? Because even betting more gives them better chance. But in the long run, if my betting model is correct, this is negative expected value play. Mets Atlanta. Betting model gives 37.30% to Mets, so this is not qualified bet. Seattle Chicago White Sox. Those were my projections. I didn't even check the latest odds, so I will skip this game. Boston Houston, not qualified. I have Boston at plus 121, bookmakers at plus 133, so not qualified. Minnesota Milwaukee, and this is, I think, the best play today because if we consider also the odds, because okay, Tampa Bay Rays, this is the biggest value bet because, but we also have small odds. So if we're not comfortable with taking huge favorites, and again, I'm always using decimal odds. I'm not betting $250 to win $100. Okay, so it is always one unit is always one unit. Okay, not 2.5 unit if there is one unit. Okay, but there is some value with Minnesota in full game, but I think the better value is with Minnesota first 5 innings. So this would be my favorite play. Based on my projections, Minnesota should be at 1.93 or minus 107. Those are bookmakers odds, and my odds are 1.66. So my fair line 60.23%. So there is a value with Minnesota. Cincinnati White Sox skip this game. Texas Arizona, not enough value. Oakland Kansas City, we have average pitcher for Oakland. And the last game, Miami San Diego, maybe small value with Miami. Based on my projections, they should be a little bit smaller underdog, despite I give them only 45.10% of chance to win this game. I think this is maybe even better bet. Miami first 5 inning. I have them at plus 110, bookmakers plus 143. Because of that, there is some value. Okay, so those are my analysis and qualified bets, and I hope the numbers will help you. And whatever you decide to take, I wish you good luck. If you want to learn how to use betting spreadsheets and betting models, visit underdogchance.com, sign up for a free betting course, and see you next time.